Hey guys, Hannah, it's Sean1604 coming at you with another update on our Celtic Football Manager 2012 campaign. It's a bit of a delayed update. I've not done one for a while, but we'll just catch up as to where we've got to. We ended the last one at the end of last season, which was season 2, and we'd won the league again and didn't win anything else. So we'll just show you what's happened. We're now up to February 2014, so that's just after the transfer window for the year, and obviously I've played 6 months of the season. So first thing we'll do is we'll catch up on the fixtures. Okay, so first thing we'll catch up on is the league. This is how we've got on in the league so far. As you can see, we've played a fair few games as we're about halfway through the season now. So this was, in fact, sorry, that's the end of last year. Sorry, this is the proper one. So this is where we are at the moment. Here we are, that's what we're looking for. So this is where we are. We've played up to February, so this was our last game, and Dundee United we won 4-1. I'm not going to run through all these, you can kind of see we've had some poor results this season. Very bad run of form here. We lost to Rangers and drew 2 games, so that's pretty poor. Overall in the league though, we're doing pretty well considering that we've had these bad run of results here. We've kind of caught up with ourselves. I'll run through a couple of quick games. Beyonde, who's our central defender, Lee Griffiths, who's a signing I'll show, Baba and Pandor scoring there. 1-1 draw with Hearts. Prestia, who's a central defender, and Elliott. We were all over them, we didn't take advantage of the chances. Lost 2-0. This was a horrible game to Inverness. We scored an own goal and then just, we were in the game, we just didn't really play as well as what we should have. Before that we won 4-0 at Ross County, Molo, Tarat and Lee Griffiths. Again, I don't know if I've showed Tarat, so there's another sign-in we'll go through in a second. So yeah, we're not running through all these because there's a fair few, too many to go through. We'll catch up on the cups quickly. So Scottish Cup, we've played one game with a backup team, won 4-1 pretty comfortably. They actually scored first in Barton, which gave me a wee bit of a fright, but we came back. And then the League Cup, won 7-1 at home to Raith Rovers. Could have been more, to be honest, but it was a pretty good show. Baba getting 4, Forest and Tarat. Dundee United 3-1 away from home. This was a good result. 26 shots, 9 on target, so you'd expect us to win that game. And then 2-0 at home. This was good considering we had a man sent off and we still owned the game. We had a man sent off after 9 minutes, Prestia, and still Molo and Baba scored, and they didn't even really have a look in the game, to be honest. So again, League Cup final, lost the last 2 to Rangers, so we really need to be winning one now. So we'll see how we get on in that. Now we'll catch you up with the Champions League, which, as you're about to see when I click this button, we got a horrible group. There was some pretty easy groups that I could have been put into, but this was the one we got. As you can see here, we got through the qualifying rounds pretty easily. Sheriff, Lech, it's pretty simple. Then we got drew against Atletico Madrid, AC Milan and Man United. So pretty horrible. Didn't win any games. I'm not even going to go through them, to be honest. We had a few decent games, tried to play a couple of different tactics, nothing worked, and we didn't even get through to the Europa League, so we're out of Europe again. But it's a still developing squad. It's a young squad, so we're kind of progressing towards the next few seasons. Our coefficients actually dropped this in the game now. We're actually going to the second round of the Champions League qualifier now, not going straight into it, which is a bit unfortunate. But we'll hopefully get in next year and we'll see what we can do next year. What we'll do now is we'll catch up on the transfers for the season. Okay, so here we are with the transfer screen, and we're not going to run through every single one because, as you can see, there's been a fair amount, and I've probably showed the majority of them already in previous videos, but we'll run through the main ones. Jonathan Nicholas came in. He's in an under-19s team, 2.6 million paid for him. He's a really good young player. Hope he develops going forward. Daniel Fabry, another young boy, going into the under-19s team. We'll show you the under-19s team in a second because they're owning the under-19s league, which is kind of proved by this. Alan Wagner, another young boy, striker, good potential. we're bringing these lads through. Really, that's the point. 1.3 million I paid for Carlos de Silva, another young 17-year-old striker. So yeah, looking pretty good there. Charles, 19, so paid a decent amount for him, 1.6 million, but I needed a young goalkeeper for coming through. So he looks like he could fit the bill. Edilson, who I got as a free he got released from Corinthians. He's got a pretty good stats. Doesn't really fit my strategy, so I'm trying to train him to play up front. He's got the dribbling and the finishing to play up front, so he's training there just now. He's not moved on to that point yet, so we'll see how he gets on. Any other notable ones? Gareth Lee, young boy from St Pat's, another, seem to be getting a fair amount from St Pat's. A couple of boys I've had in from there that have looked really good. Dennis was this the guy that came from Corinthians on a free? This might have been the guy. He's on loan now at Ostend. A couple of the guys have went there. Ostend. Melos went back there as well. He was a player that we had last season. He's went back on loan to them again, trying to develop and get his work permit. This was one I just felt like I needed another striker with good finishing, which Lee Griffiths had. He came on the market, I'd only paid 1.6 and he was worth a bit more than that at the time, so I thought that was a good signing. Some of that's over 24 months I think to pay that, but not too bad. In terms of outgoings, I think the last one, we've probably seen that we got rid of Joe Ledley and Efrain Juarez. I think I probably showed them too. And there's no other really main ones. Bangura just sold actually on the last day of the season to Fenerbahce because I didn't think I needed him, and he was coming at the end of the season. They're paying him 35 grand. He was never going to get that in my team. That's a ridiculous amount of money. I didn't even notice that before, but that's pretty a lot of money. And I let Anthony Stokes go on a free. Just felt like he didn't really belong in the team. This was a young boy that we've got on the books that isn't really getting a game, so he's out on loan at Crystal Palace. They've got the option of buying him as well. So yeah, that's where we are in the transfers. I'll quickly show you how we're getting on in the league, which I'll show. I haven't actually shown that yet, so we'll show you the league table. Okay, so here we are in the league table. As I showed you, we're not doing that well this season. We've lost 4 games. Our away form has been pretty damn poor. We're 6th for away form, which kind of shows why we're kind of struggling. But still 3 points ahead of Hibs and 4 points ahead of Rangers, who are also really struggling this season. Same amount of losses, 4 each, but they've drew 2 more games, so that's why we're ahead of them. Goal difference has been pretty good. I think we've played well. We've just had a few stupid games after. I think a lot of that's been to do with the Champions League. Seemed to be when we lost in that, we came back and we were struggling in the league as well, so that's probably a lot to do with it. But yeah, that's where we are in the league. I'm quite happy where we are. Hamilton are the whipping boys. They're probably going to go down this season. Ross County, who came up, are still doing pretty well for themselves. They're probably going to stay in the league this year, which is good. Hibs are the new up and coming team. They just sold somebody for £3 million. I don't even know who he was, but he went to some foreign team for £3 million, which is a lot of money to a team like Hibs. So we'll see, they're probably going to develop over the next few seasons. I'm just going to quickly show you the under-19s team now. Okay, so here's the under-19s team. You can see from the potential here that compared to when we joined, we have a lot of very promising players coming through the ranks. This was a guy I bought for £3 million, who's probably not lived up to what I paid for him, but he's coming along. I've showed you a fair few of the other ones. I've actually promoted one of them to the senior team, Garfland, which was oh, there he is. See, I told you he was in my team. Right, so this is the boy that came from Ajax. You can see from his stats he's only 18 and he's already as good as my central midfielders that we're playing, so I think this guy's going to develop to be one of the superstars of the game. Got him on a free, so his free kicks are already great. If penalty taking is probably the best in the team. He's already got great physical assets, so he's going to develop going forward. I'm really looking forward to how this guy develops. As I said, he's 18, but he's gotten promoted. I didn't think he was being utilised enough being in the under-19s team. This was a guy I already showed you. I was considering putting him into the starting lineup, but I'm keeping him in there just to develop in the under-19s team just now as well. As I said, this is going to prove in a second. I'm going to show you the league table, why how good my young team is at the moment. I mean, look at that. 16 games, one draw, no losses, 71 goals, 10 against. They're just been absolutely owning this league, which this is really what I'm focusing on, because The league, I'm probably going to win. Hopefully, I'm hoping I'm going to win the league again this season. Hopefully, I'll get a cup this time. So I've not actually won a Scottish Cup or a League Cup yet, which I'm a little bit annoyed by. But this is where we're looking, because it's really going to be over the next few years when these guys develop, that we'll get forward and progress more. But we've got a lot of guys now in this under-19s team, which I'm hoping are going to go forward. So I'm really looking forward to how the game's going to progress and how we're going to get on. I don't think I've really missed anything. We've got a couple of guys that we're trying to buy at the moment. Curtis Jones is a guy that's gone out. He was not really good enough. He's going on a free. Negotiating a contract with this guy for 1.1 million as a striker, another young guy. I had the money on the last day of the season and just felt, look, I might as well pay, see what else we can get. So I'm really looking forward to see if I can get this guy. I think he actually just offered him a contract because he was under a youth contract. So, but I'm going to have to pay some compensation, I think, to get him. And this is the other guy, Gary Armstrong. The fact this was a guy I offered he was on a youth contract. I've offered this guy a contract because he's decent stats. He's Scottish, which is good for the team going forward. And again, he's 16, so we really are looking forward to pushing on. Transfer revenue's just been put up to 95%. In terms of the overview, we've had our training youth facilities upgraded. We're getting them upgraded again, so that's going to push hopefully on the youth players. Money wise, we're doing well. There's nothing to worry about there. We got into the Champions League this season at least, so that gave us some money, even though we didn't win any games. We got about 7 million I think out of that. So yeah, and my staff, I'm happy with how many scouts we've got. We've got a really good group of guys to go forward with. So I'm looking forward to how this is going to develop, but we really are looking probably another 2 years or something around that before we'll do anything in Europe. This is the main squad just now, which, although there's a lot of young guys in here, Apaya, there's Matthews is young still, Mulgrew's our stalwart. He's been amazing this season. He's just been at immense. What I've got to do is, if you bear with me, I'll just quickly look at the stats for you so you can have a look and see how we're getting on this season in terms of how overall we're progressing. Okay, so this is the team stats. So we're top for goals, top for conceded, which I would have thought we would have been a lot further ahead in the league because of that, but apparently not. We're doing okay for average attendance. That's always about the 50,000 mark, just above that, and I can't really seem to push it on. I think if we do well in Europe, it maybe will push it on a little bit more. We'll quickly look at the individual stats for the players. Player stats, there we are. So in terms of goals, we're not really got anyone up that high. I don't think I actually showed that I got to that, and I only paid like 90 grand because QPR went down from the Premier League into the First Division, so I was scouting around to see what I could get, and I got him for 90 grand, which I think's a steal. The guy's worth about £1 million anyway, so look at his stats. He can play in a lot of positions, so I'm really happy with that signing. I think I forgot to show him actually, so that was another one. But he's one of our top goal scorers. Bangura was. Baba's not actually done a lot this season. Molo was injured. I don't know if he's actually injured just now, but we've had a lot of injuries this season. Johnny Russell has been injured, our other striker. We've had a lot of injuries, which I think has contributed towards the problems that we've had. We'll just quickly jump back to the overview for you. So we've got a lot of guys that are performing well, as you can see here, but we need to push on and see what we can do. I think, as I said, it's the injuries really. James Forrest is injured just now. Johnny Russell came back and then got injured again. Ki Sung Yum was injured for a while. That's why I've had to strengthen by getting Griffiths in. We don't really have a lot in the striking department at the moment, to be honest, but we're getting there. A lot of the young guys we're bringing through, we could potentially bring them up and put them into the first team, see if they can do anything if we're really struggling. But at the moment, we've still got a good strength and depth. We've got a fair amount of players. In terms of contracts, there's nobody really running out of contract that I would be worrying about. They've still got a year left. Kelly, Scott Brown's the only one I'm probably going to try and sell him, to be honest. I don't think, he's already on 30 grand, and if he's looking for more than that, I'm not going to give him it. So that's one, and I'm probably going to try and sign Prestia into another longer term contract. That's something I'm going to do actually just when I finish this video, see about the contracts and see what we can do. Another update would be just to say that I have started another one, another campaign where I started unemployed. I'll upload a video to show you guys who I was employed by. It's actually really surprising who I got. You would never think starting unemployed with the experience of a Sunday League footballer, the team that I got, it's actually pretty damn good. I waited for a while, applied for a few different jobs, and yeah, we'll update you on that when we've got a video, when we've got the chance. But push on with this now. As I said, I've apologised that I've been having a while off to try and do this video. I've really been trying to do it but not got round to it, so we'll upload the video now, and if you've got any other questions or comments, please post them below. It's good to see people now viewing it, and you know, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you have anything that you think I've missed, or anything you would rather that I cover or would like me to cover in the future videos, just post it, and you know, we'll try and encompass it in the next video. But thanks a lot for your time, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe below, and have a good day. Bye.